Let's talk about slowing down to speed up. Years ago, I purchased a flat rate system. I went to an afternoon class, an afternoon training, and I was totally sold on the idea. I finally had bought into it after years of not agreeing with flat rate pricing. I had bought into it. The salesman there was really good, and he did a good job, and I was convinced I needed to switch to flat rate pricing. But then went back to work. The phones ring. I got busy. Guess what? It sat on the shelf for 2 years. After 2 years, finally, the business had grown enough where I was like, okay, we got to do flat rate pricing. So we get it implemented, and we find that there's a few problems with this particular program because this was a book you had to print, and the book was probably, I don't know, 200, at least 200 pages. And there was a couple of repairs that I would estimate. I'd go ahead and give the estimate to the customer to get approval before I called in to find out what the part was going to cost at the supply house. And when I found, I sold a couple, called supply house and find, maybe my repair price was $300. Well, then I call and find out the cost of the part and it's $250. I'm like, oh, shit, I mean, well, I'm definitely losing money on this job. So that happened a couple of times, but I found a miscellaneous section in there that worked really well. As long as I estimated my time properly and I knew the cost of my parts, then I would always make money. There was a few times that I would obviously get into something more than what I estimated, because that always can happen in our business and you lose money on those calls. But the majority of the time we made money on service from pretty much that day forward. In order for me to find that miscellaneous section, it took close to another year before that happened. So now I'm 3 years behind because I slowed down. I couldn't take the time to just slow down and evaluate my process and spend the time to enter the information so I could print the book and figure this stuff out. So, but once I did, and we started making money in service, things got easier, a lot easier, and the business grew. It grew quick. And because of that, I was able to add more people. And because of that, I was able to buy more vehicles and we could serve more customers. So it was a snowball effect. So sometimes it's just that one little thing that if you'll just slow down, get that thing done. What is that thing? You get that thing done, it could exponentially grow your company and completely change the way, my goal for you is for you to be like, if we could go 1 year from today, we look forward 1 year. I want you to be able to look back this year and say, wow, I'm in a completely different place. Like, things have changed for the better. Otherwise, in order to do that, we have to slow down. We have to slow down, do the right things, implement them, so we can look back and have a great year. But what happens is we get busy. We get busy and we just keep doing what we're doing. We basically just replicate, we stay stuck in the past. Tomorrow is no different than today was. We just do the same thing over and over. It's like a human behavior. We just do this naturally. But in order to break that cycle, you really have to either have a shift internally or, and normally, let's be real. This is what Tony Robbins always says. And he says that, you're either, the only way people change is to move away from pain or towards pleasure. So normally, the pain, you've heard me say this before, the pain has to get so bad before you'll actually move forward and make a change. But I'm telling you, you don't have to wait that long. Like, you can start the change right now. And if you decide to do that, it could save you 3 years, 3 years of your life, and a lot of pain and a lot of heartache, a lot of sweat, blood, and tears. So whatever it is that you need to do right now, you need to just change your perspective however you have to do that. If it's just sitting back and just stopping for a minute, give the phones to somebody for a minute. If the phone's driving you crazy right now, give the phones to somebody. Pay them to answer them for 2 hours while you just spend time to reflect on what you need to do. Think about where you spend the majority of your time. What are you spending your time on? Think about your profit and loss statement. Are you making any money? Think about what really matters. Think about your family. Think about your kids. Are they worth it? Are they worth it to change? Do you really love them? I mean, I know this, I'm not trying to be mean when I say that, but the thing is if you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and nobody's happy, nobody will ever be happy if you don't make a change. If you just keep doing the same thing, you've got to change. But if you don't change, that's why they say that's the definition of insanity, is that doing the same thing, expecting a different result. If you don't change, you get no different result. So what do you need to do to implement in your company right now that you already know you need? You may already have it. You may have already purchased whatever it is. You may have already learned about it. Maybe it's just something that you have to order, or it's something that you have to build, or it's a process you need to implement. You gotta get on it and get that done. Especially, you know what happens during the summer when it gets really, really hot and you get really, really busy? Whatever the problems are right now in your company, they magnify. They will magnify and get worse and worse and worse until it starts slowing down again. So whatever it is, you got time right now. I know it may be extremely hot where you're at, but you still have time. You got to make time. Fix it now. Stay out of the field for a day if you have to fix it, because it will change the rest of your summer. And you'll make a lot more money, hopefully. Whatever it is that you're going to do, it's going to help you make more money. It's going to give you some of your time back. You're going to be able to save some time. Spend it with the people it's the whole reason why you do what you do. Your whole reason for doing what you do. You know, it's typically bigger than ourselves. So it's probably your family. I know it's mine. So you got to take the time now to do it, to fix the things so you can drastically improve your life and your business. And things can actually change. But if you keep doing the thing, if you're just too busy, I'll do that later. You just keep throwing it on the back burner and throwing it on the back burner. Well, it's probably never going to happen. So stop waiting. The time's now. Do it. Whatever it is, get it done, because you already know what it is. I'm sure you do. So guys, I hope I caught you at the right time. I hope you'll listen to this. I hope you'll feel it. Feel my passion. I want to help you. I want you to have the best year of your life. But I'm telling you, I've learned by throwing shit on the back burner. And if you keep just throwing it on the back burner, nothing will change. Nothing will change. The pain just increases and gets amplified. So fix it now instead of waiting for that to happen. Because it could mean a marriage. It could mean a business. It could mean losing valuable employees. It could mean something devastating that's going to set you back even further. So stop waiting. Get it done today. If you can't get it done today, get it done on Monday, or work on it all weekend long. Do whatever it takes to get it done. This is what's going to separate you from mediocrity, or just getting rid of some stress. You know, it might not be a huge change in your life, but it can, if you reduce the stress by that much, sometimes that's enough to keep you sane. You know, and to keep the wheels from falling off the wagon. So whatever it is you need to do, get out there, get it done. Guys, like I said, I hope I caught you at the right time. I hope you're going to listen to this and take it to heart, because I'm telling you from my heart, I want you to have a good year. I don't want all this chaos to end at the end of the summer and you have nothing to show for it. So whatever it is you need to do, get it done. In the meantime, if I can help you in any way, I've got my programs at www.hvacserviceready.com. There's the business membership and the technician membership. Almost everything that I've learned in the last 11 years is stuffed into that program. There's hundreds of videos in there to help you. And I'm basically just giving it away. So guys, please, if you need help, figure it out. Seek somebody out. If it's not me, seek somebody else out. Get it figured out so you can have a chance at a better life and a successful business, and gain some of your time back and stay married, stay happily married. I also have the new cookbook. It's basically a flat rate book for your installation pricing. So you can work up in the video, in the training video. I actually worked up on the whiteboard 3 different options, and I was talking in between them all. And it only took me 7 minutes. 7 minutes, I had 3 different options written out to be able to give those to the customer. That allows me to spend more time with my customer and ensure that they're making the right decision and answer all their questions. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll put both links down below. So check them out if you haven't already. Guys, I hope that you're in a good place right now. I hope that the chaos isn't driving you crazy. I hope that you're actually making money. I wish you the best summer ever. I'm going to go to Nashville, Tennessee next week for some seminar there and some training for my business. I'm excited to see what I learn and to meet some folks down there. So if you happen to be one of those people going to that, I'm excited to meet you. So guys, take care. Be sure to stay hydrated. It is hot out there. Like, we're getting extreme humidity. You got to be safe and make sure, like Gil says on the podcast, get home the way you left, healthy, safe, and be sure to spend all the time you can with your family right now. I know it's really hard because you're getting called away all the time and you're working later hours, but make sure that they understand just how much you care about them. Love you guys. Thank you so much for following. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Share it with your friends, family, coworkers if they needed to hear a message like this. Appreciate you, but I just want you to go make money because it'll change your life. Go make money.